Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Josh and this is the Each Adventure channel. Welcome or welcome back. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. This past weekend I went riding with my buddy Garrett, who you see here in front of me. It was a great day filled with some awesome riding around the Lake Silverwood and Lake Arrowhead areas of Southern California, which are some of my favorite riding areas. But this trip was even more exciting because this was Garrett's first ride on his brand new 2018 Beta 500 RRS. This trip also allowed me to test out my new Sony AS300 camera, but unfortunately when I was setting the camera up the night before, I accidentally turned the microphone off, and when we went riding the next morning I never turned it back on, which basically resulted in a whole day's worth of video with no audio. So we are going to take a shot at this voiceover thing and see how well it turns out. Hopefully it turns out decent, and if it does, it'll allow me to make some more creative videos and change my content up a bit from the normal motovlog style format. But anyways, Garrett was gracious enough to let me test ride his brand new bike, which is very brave of him because whenever he's riding behind me, I have a tendency to crash. So I really appreciate the fact that he trusted me enough to not drop his Italian princess. Anyways, I'm going to cut over to that footage now and show you guys exactly what it's like to ride a brand new 2018 Beta 500 RRS. And while I'm showing that, I'm going to talk a little bit about my first impressions of the bike. Alright, so this is it. This is the Beta. So my initial impression is the look of the bike. It is simply stunning to look at. I really like the color scheme for the 2018 models, which is primarily white with sort of a neon orangish reddish accent color. It is really sharp and I like it more than the previous model colors, which were primarily a neon reddish pinkish color. Some people like that one. I just happen to be a fan of the white. It just looks really good. Now, upon sitting on it, the next thing that was incredibly obvious is how uncomfortable the seat is. Now, I'm coming from other bikes like the Honda CRF 250L, the CSE TT250, and the Yamaha TTR 230, and it definitely feels more like the TTR 230. It is very much a dirt bike seat, so the seat is about as comfortable as sitting on a 2x4. Now, this is obviously something that can be changed by purchasing an aftermarket seat like one from Seat Concepts, but this is something to be aware of if you're thinking about getting one of these. Now, to be fair, these bikes are designed primarily to be ridden standing up. It's an enduro racing bike, and the seating comfort probably doesn't matter so much for that type of bike. But you know, for us guys that like to go on extended dual sport rides for 6, 8, even 10 hours sometimes, things could probably get uncomfortable pretty quick, so it's just something to be aware of. My next impression was, oh my god, this thing is fast. It really is a beast of a bike, and I wish the camera had been recording audio so you could hear the rap sound that this bike makes. It really is an awesome sound. Now, coming from smaller bikes, I never really understood when guys would say that a bike would rip the bars from your hands, but because I got to ride this bike for about 15 minutes or so, I could definitely understand what people are talking about now. I'm sure as you get adjusted to the power it becomes a little less apparent, but I could definitely feel the power, and I would be scared out of my mind to see what this thing is actually capable of in the dirt. The stock Michelin Enduro tires seem to have pretty good grip for a dot knobby, but Garrett mentioned a few times that he felt like it was a little hard to steer. Now, I'm not sure if this was due to the size of the tire, the aggressiveness of the knobs, or maybe just the steering angle of the bike being different from his previous bike, which was the Honda CRF 250L. I didn't notice it so much when I was riding it, but I was mainly focused on not dropping his brand new bike on the ground. Now, the only bike that I've ridden that was similar to this was my buddy Christian's KTM 500 EXC. I only got to ride that bike for a few minutes, but one of the things that I thought was remarkable was the suspension. The suspension on the Beta was noticeably stiffer than what I was expecting, but the suspension is fully adjustable, so I'm going to assume that it's not adjusted correctly for the rider's weight, and the sag isn't set correctly either. It's a crazy thing to say, but jumping back on my Honda CRF 250L, it felt like I was riding on pillows with its plush suspension and its more comfortable seat. And this is coming from a guy that has criticized the seat and the suspension of the Honda CRF 250L in the past. It really made me appreciate my Honda more comfort-wise, but it really felt like the underpowered little red pig that it is for pretty much the rest of the trip. Overall, I really enjoyed my time with the Beta, and I can't wait to ride it again with my camera actually working so I can test it out a little more and provide you guys with a good old-fashioned motovlog review. The rest of the day was pretty awesome, and rather than just keep talking, I'm going to provide you guys with some highlights from the rest of the ride, which included some gnarly black diamond trails and some incredible footage from my brand new camera. So if that's what you're into, go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and let me know what you thought down in the comments. Like I said, this is a little different than my normal format, but I'm using this as a first attempt for a voiceover in hopes that I can bring you guys better content in the future. So if you like this format, let me know. If you don't want to see it again, let me know. But either way, as always, be sure to have fun, take care, and ride safe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.